And a reminder, we will be talking about the Lions very shortly. Hugo, Jerry and Brian, can't wait to get stuck into that one. But Eddie Jones says he's going to end this test halfway through a 4-year project. It's all about the Rugby World Cup and it's going to plan so far,
It certainly is. I mean, they've only lost one game in the last 19 through design, some through injury. He's missing 30 players, but it's allowed him to really see how deep that talent is. And we saw it 10 debutants last week, the most since 1956. And let's face it, they actually acquitted themselves really well. We know about their talent. Some of it was actually a little bit untold, but in terms of these guys, I mean, on the bench last week, the only person with any experience was Matt Mullen, but a lot of those guys came on and did really well. Will Collier in the scrum, I thought, was outstanding. Nick Ezekwe, it was brilliant for him to also get involved as well. But Sam Underhill already spoke about Alex Ozowski will be disappointed not to be involved today, and Jack Maunder, that guy's got a huge future ahead of him. Played brilliantly well for the Exeter Chiefs, came on and made a bit of an impact.
And for Denny Solomona, it was possibly the worst debut and the best debut.
He's into a new system. I mean, he's into a new game. The tries he's been scoring for Sale this season have been wonderful, and he's just continued that in the scoring side of the game. For England, his defence wasn't great. It was pretty appalling. He was pretty much a turnstile, but you kind of forget about that a little bit when he scores the tries of the quality that he does.
Well, Eddie Jones said in that interview that we did with him last night on 5 Live, Brian, he said that after the match, I said to him, so what did you say to Denny afterwards? He said, well, first of all, we're going shopping. We're going shopping for a tackle bag and a new pair of studs. Which was brilliant.
Too right. Do you know what? You're absolutely right. He didn't defend very well, but fair play to him. He did redeem himself. I'm hoping if he does come on and have a positive impact and scores, is not to wipe out his defensive errors.
I'll tell you what's good about it, Hugo, is that he wasn't taken down by the poor defensive effort. He still, when he got the opportunity, he had the minerals to take his opportunity and score the try, which was brilliant. But he's got a lot to learn in the game of rugby union.
Let's just take a look at the Argentina team then, Brian. Just a single change to the starting lineup for this second test. Ramiro Moyana starting on the right wing in place of Matias Moroni, who drops to the bench. It's his first start against a Northern Hemisphere side. Are you expecting fireworks tonight from Argentina?
I think they might try and play with a bit more control. The halfbacks very experienced. In the back row, a huge amount of experience and a lot of caps there. And I think at times they just lost control of the way they wanted. You know, when having put the tries over England, they needed then to control that game better than they did. And I think whilst they will still play expansive rugby, I think they'll look to exert that degree of control through those 5 players.
And it's also worth noting, Hugo, that Eddie and the squad have been watching the Lions games in New Zealand because his ultimate goal is to be the #1 team in the world.
Of course, yeah, and the guys are pretty much on path to doing that. We're looking for much more of the same tonight.
Y ahora entonemos todos juntos el himno nacional argentino.
que supimos conseguir, que supimos conseguir, coronados de gloria y paz. Con gloria morir, con gloria morir, juremos con gloria morir.
So here we go then, we are live in Santa Fe. It's the second test, it's Argentina against England. Fantastic atmosphere. Let's say a very good evening to our commentary team of Andy Robinson and Eddie Butler.
The teams being shown, and it's all change in the back row bar. Nathan Hughes, the Rock. Chris Robshaw, the Glue, is back. Sam Underhill, the youngster at 20, is back from injury. Danny Kerr and George Ford. Ford 23 points in the first test last week in San Juan. Danny Kerr, second most experienced member of the side, 73rd cap today. Piers Francis comes into the starting lineup in the place of Alex Lazowski. Guile rather than Grunt in the centre. Marland Yard, Johnny May, try scorers in San Juan. Like Mike Brown, they'll be busy again this afternoon. Argentina, well, they sensed a certain set-piece dominance last week. They'll be coming at England in the set-piece. Agustin Crevi, the captain, the totem of this Pumas side. And they're the heavyweights in the second row. Tomas Lavanini, he scored a try. Matias Alemano, a giant, a towering second row forward. Pablo Matera, he was sort of singled out for not having a great start, so expect the Argentine back row to come at England with a burst. Experience there at halfbacks, over 100 caps between Nicolas Sanchez and Landajo, and plenty of experience in the centre. Matias Orlando and Jerónimo de la Fuente. Joaquin Tucolet, try scorer last week. The one change, Ramiro Mojano comes in on the right wing instead of Matias Moroni. Today's referee, John Lacey of Ireland. Sun is out, we've had overcast skies, it's warm here in Santa Fe. The stadium, home of Colón Football Club, given over to rugby today. George Ford. The kickers didn't come and practice their skills here at the Estanislao Lopez Stadium. We're off. The second test, Argentina against England in Santa Fe. George Ford goes long. Emiliano Boffelli, the try-scoring wing, takes the catch. Crevi, the captain, Sam Underhill, immediately involved in contact. Not a great deal of length there from Tucolet, but there's a sign of the wind. It's been swirling, Andy Robinson. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Eddie. Yes, there's a little bit of wind out there. Looking forward to seeing England put some structure from their phase play today.
Down off the top from Joe Launchbury. Little change of tactic. The ball bounces, they found space. Ramiro Mojano involved. Sanchez straight down the middle of the field. George Ford back for England, the outside half.
Stay, Blue, stay!
Sanchez from his opposite number. Sanchez, there is space there. Mike Brown comes across inside his 22. That's a good clearance by Mike Brown.
And Mike Brown did really well there to cover England, employing just one man back in the backfield, and Sanchez saw the space, kicked into that space. Both sides just using the kicking option at the moment, just trying to get a feel for the game, put some early hits in.
Crevi, who is massively worked. Harry Williams, wearing 3 for England, through on the loose ball. Scrum down, Argentina put in. John Lacey, the ref.
Always an important battleground, the scrum, when you play against Argentina. Charlie Ewell's getting up, knocking the ball on as he went to contest. And that's why it's a scrum. Both teams will be looking to improve their scrummaging, really working hard on getting the binds right.
Danny Kerr wearing 9. Chris Robshaw packing down. Hasn't played for 6 months in a test match. Played against the Barbarians, and here's an echo of the first test. An epic game it was, but it began, Andy, with so many reset scrimmages.
Yes, both sides trying to feel each other out. The front row's working hard. England scrummaging very low there and trying to counteract the power of the Argentinian front row.
Harry Williams with the scrum cack. Dylan Hartley in the middle. Ellis Genge on the far side. Martin Landajo to feed the scrum. Very solid for Argentina. Forward they go. Juan Manuel Leguizamón picks up. Still going. Nathan Hughes rolls out of the way cleverly. Sanchez, as Eddie Jones predicted, Argentina kicking a little bit more. Oh. A follow-up tackle by De La Fuente. Orlando. He came up hard in the tackle as well, as did Javier Ortega Decio. First penalty goes England's way. Daniel Orcard, Argentina's coach.
Argentina struggled in the contact area early last week. We're seeing here coming from the side to kick the ball out. It's a cheap penalty to give away by Argentina. Giving away field position and possession allows England to settle.
George Ford puts it into Argentina's 22. There's the new wing, Ramiro Mojano. Dylan Hartley safely through the hands. Nathan Hughes breaks the first tackle. Joe Launchby can stretch out and gives the pass, and it is a try.
Simple play. Charlie Ewell's running a great support line off Nathan Hughes. Great power running through.
Just looking, Charlie Ewell says he went over. He got up looking a bit strained. Great work, Nathan Hughes. Coming up, Joe Launchbury. Charlie Ewell's on his shoulder. Does he hurt himself there?
Well, it's excellent to see Launchbury and Ewell's working so closely together. And he goes, as he scores a try, just hits the post. But that's what England wanted to do. Get some structure into their game, get their power runners working. George Ford slots over the conversion. Great start for England. The depth of Launchbury's carry, being aware of Ewell's and support. Both of those two players played really well last week.
Delight on his face, and then the grimace afterwards. He's up and he's about. He's okay. Argentina have to restart. Sanchez changes play, sends it high. Piers Francis.
And Eddie, it's very eerie here. It's gone absolutely silent. The crowd have been hurt by that first score. Argentina under real pressure to perform today.
8 move. In the side entry, 5 blue.
Advantage being played. Carey back to Landajo. Matera shrugs off Nathan Hughes. Hughes on the wrong side now. No advantage.
5 entry. Number 5 entry.
Penalty against Charlie Ewell, the try scorer.
Yeah, a technical penalty, trying to stop the maul, gets him very early, and comes in at the side.
Sanchez down into England 22. Best pleased with his kick, but it's still a good attacking position for
2 balls.
The figure at the front, Tomas Lavanini.
Blue open, open.
Number
Thank
4
you.
for Argentina, Matias Alemano. Leguizamón, the other scrum cap wearer, number 8. It's Lavanini.
Ball. Over.
England try to get Argentina towards the touchline. Away comes Lavanini. Landajo. De la Fuente. This is promising from Argentina. Penalty, no arms in the tackle.
No arms, number 2. Advantage.
Penalty advantage being played. Landajo. Here is Mojano. Argentina up to within a yard and a half. Landajo wants it. Matera outside him.
Yeah.
They come instead through the 3 quarters. And they score straight back. Joaquin Tucolet opens Argentina's account.
As we expected, absolute fireworks in this game. Starting the game as they finished last week. Argentina got some very powerful carries, and you see the great footwork of Tucolet. Runs between Brian and Yard, scores a great try.
Straight back into it. Full house here at the stadium. Eruption of sound.
Yeah. Let's keep going, guys.
Nicolas Sanchez, who last week passed 500 points for Argentina. Adds a few more to the tally. And we're all square in Santa Fe.
And that will settle Sanchez. The difference between as you see the carries here, the real physical carries. Hartley was penalised for no arms, just using his shoulder. You see as his contact comes in, just puts his shoulder in. He was going to get penalised for that by the referee.
Offside call on you as well in that play, okay? So give him either.
It's Pierretto, and in the warm-up they were using the tight head prop, Enrique Pierretto, a lot. A little escape down the touchline by Boffelli. Danny Kerr gets up in discomfort from the contact. Matera out to make an impact from the start. Oh, Landajo. Turnover ball for England. Or is it? It is. Turnover is good, says John Lacey. And then away comes Danny Kerr. Play on, says the referee. Here's big, strong Nathan Hughes. Had a good game in San Juan. Ellis Genge to Joe Launchbury. Well, it was nearly his second try-scoring pass. It went forward. England have another penalty. Dylan Hartley slows everything down. Says, let's go for the posts. 3
outstanding hits from the England forwards, doubling up in the tackle, one low, one high, knocking the very physical Argentine ball carriers backwards.
What did you say there? No, they weren't. No. I was playing advantage. Good call, England. I agree.
George Ford knocked penalties and conversions over from all angles and distances last week. Here's Danny Kerr. There's Landajo, not 10 metres. Play on, both scrum halves seeking guidance from the referee.
Silencio, por favor.
Over it goes. George Ford, 2 out of 2. Argentina 7, England 10.
See here, a little bit of wind, just holding the ball up in his kick. Argentina playing with the wind currently.
Sanchez pulls everybody back a few paces and then goes long. Mike Brown.
And the important thing for England today is to really work hard on their discipline. They can't be giving cheap penalties away. They know that Argentina are going to come hard at the maul. They've got to try and defend this maul legally.
Crevi finds Ortega Decio. Leguizamon turns that driving maul into a ruck. Crevi waits. Support from his prop, Lucas Nogueira. Leguizamon again. Shrugs aside Danny Kerr. The new wing, Moisano. Landajo.
Move!
It's not all about running around. There's some huge contact and it's got spilled out of the tackle. Solid defending by England. Nathan Hughes.
Much better discipline from England. Argentina, you watch this real power step from Leguizamon, knocks Kerr over. But George Ford in the defensive line, holding his ground and winning the turnover. Argentina trying to keep the ball up the short sides again. They attacked there last week. Important to keep that.
You don't have to say anything. Let's go.
Two number 8s last to go down, Nathan Hughes and Juan Manuel Leguizamon. It was interesting, Leguizamon trying to ask the crowd to be quiet as George Ford prepared the penalty.
And you're transferring your weight.
Fewer more difficult things to do in rugby than keep an Argentine crowd quiet.
They are very excitable, which is great for rugby, isn't it? You know, to hear the crowd get so involved, so passionate for their rugby.
Crouch! Bye! Leave it, leave it. What are you doing?
There's more work for the referee to do at the scrimmage.
Yes.
Nigel Owens on the far side, and England have been penalised. So, Andy.
I'm not sure what they've been penalised for. They're working at the gaps, and they were talking about the gaps. One of the things that Lacey has said to the England team is to make sure that they don't put weight forward on the setup. Looking at the bind, they've been pushing that bind forward.
Just let me deal with it. Yeah, but I got yes, you have the penalty now.
The upshot is that Nicolas Sanchez has a chance to level the scores. Goes wide, flag stayed down. England's lead remains 3.
Yeah, which
Time out.
Yeah, that's, I agree, yeah. But we have to check though. Aaron, we need to check that, please.
Nigel Owens was underneath the post. Felt that the kick had to be checked. Not sure whether it went through the post or not.
Here we go.
Thank you.
If I'm watching that, I'd say that's gone through.
Wow. It all depends when it crosses the plane.
Yes. Yeah.
Penalty, in the end, is awarded. Apologies to Nicolas Sanchez from everybody, I suppose. The kick is good. And we are all square.
Just inside.
Well, we had just about everything a game of rugby can offer last week. We didn't have that. Boffelli. That's not a bad kick. That's gone way downfield. He doesn't want it to go too long. That's good ground made, though. Nathan Hughes, is he going to have a blast? No, leaves it for Mike Brown. Territorial gain for the Pumas.
Yeah, really good territorial gain. Great work by Boffelli. The pitch is only 94 metres long, and using the shortness of that pitch to give Argentina the possession and the territory they need.
Lavanini with the catch. Penalty advantage to Argentina. Joe Launchbury in the way, pointed out by Landajo. Side entry.
Another technical penalty for England. They're allowing Argentina to win the ball at the front of the line out and then trying to hit it into touch.
I have a side entry here
And the referee
and an offside in midfield. You choose. You have a in the middle.
Alternative penalty in the middle of the field.
Offside.
All offside, says John Lacey. This is an easier kick for Sanchez.
Okay.
Yeah, because the ball hasn't left the line out. The backs have to stay back 10 metres. They didn't stay back 10 metres. A little bit of fun and games on the floor. It's a collapsed maul. Creevy thinks that Robshaw should roll away. He doesn't have to roll away. He can stay there. But the penalty, two penalties given. Firstly for side entry by Chris Robshaw. Secondly for the backs encroaching 10 metres before the ball had left the line out. England giving away a couple of technical penalties. One at the scrum and two at the line out so far.
Just the touch judges will be more vigilant than ever. That looks good. Crowd says so. Two touch judges immediately raise their flags. Argentina, having gone 7-0 down, are now 13 points to 10 in front.
A very good response from Argentina. Coming through England's ill discipline. It's important that they're very disciplined in this game.
Yes.
High towards Boffelli. Oh.
Oh man.
Orlando, the centre, rose in front of Boffelli. Could have led to trouble, but here's Crady. Good ground made by the hooker and the captain. More ground made. The back row involved. The front row involved. All Argentina already up to the 10-metre line. Tuculet still going. Great run by the fullback. Was there a high tackle? Egon Seconds, the touch judge there. We'll have a look at that. I think he's alerted Nigel Owens to it. Johnny May. Was back for England, but the referee.
Yeah, Tuculet carrying very strongly.
Marlon Yardim with the high tackle.
Yeah, okay. We're beginning to get a few unnecessary penalties. We've had three, I'll see that. Yeah, let's go.
England captain Dylan Hartley has been warned. High tackle, penalty, Argentina. No ball on the field at the moment.
England just dropping off the tackles there. Harry Williams missed one, Danny Cares missing one. Joe Launchbury.
Sanchez puts it to within 18 metres.
You say Tuculet's running through Sam Underhill. Marlon Yard coming in at the side and just going high.
Creevy wants to take his time. The referee wants the ball in. Lavanini wins.
Over.
The players swoop around him. They'll have to get the ball to the back.
No. Don't change.
Have England got their hands on the ball?
Use the ball.
Alemano tries to free it. That's excellent work. Chris Robshaw has stolen the ball for England. Robshaw wins the ball. England have the put in.
Great defensive work from Robshaw at the front of the line, and Charlie Yules working hard to get through.
What it does give is Argentina a chance to exert some pressure on the England scrum in their own 22.
Both sides at the scrum are looking to gain an advantage. Argentina will be looking to get a go forward as the ball is put in. Put England on the back foot.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Steady. Steady.
Pablo Matera stays there and Argentina go for the surge. Scrum turns. Referee allows play to go on, but it's loose. Crady kicks it through. Whistle's gone. Ellis Genge. Huge pressure by Argentina. England will have to face it again immediately.
There's great pressure. This is what playing in Argentina is about. Argentina actually won the turnover, and then just a little knock on from Leguizamon in the tackle.
Agustin Creevy, good little football skills there at the end.
If you're watching this scrum, England tried to go forward on the set call. So they looked to...
Oh, Argentina, they love... If we can see that angle again, you'll just see the whole scrum lower just before the drive comes on. La bajada.
Oh, they bind and build pressure on the scrum half's call, Landagio's call. They all pull their arms in together, they breathe, and they all work together.
Okay. Time on.
It's a real nine-man operation, the Argentine scrum. Okay. Landagio has a huge part to play with it.
Inside looking out. This is very much the world within the world. Nogueira against Harry Williams, and it's a penalty for England.
Three is not driving straight across the scrum.
A technical penalty by Piretto.
Yeah, no,
you've got a scrum square. John Lacey judging that his angle was inside Ellis Genge onto Dylan Hartley, which is why the scrum went backwards.
George Ford provides the extra relief. Enrique Pieretto.
That's an easy penalty for John Lacey to give. He's got to keep his hips square.
Open. 5. More.
Joe Launchbury with the catch.
One sideways.
England go sideways and then forward. Nathan Hughes hasn't had much to run onto yet, the big number 8.
Onside now, onside.
Danny Kerr. Did that get a touch? Boffelli. It's a good follow-up tackle by Launchbury. Here's the other second row, Lavanini on the other side. Sanchez gets a boot to it, and it bobbles away from Danny Kerr. Mike Brown there to launch a counter-attack. Good tackle on him by Alemano, but England suddenly with a chance to run up to halfway through their captain, Dylan Hartley. Turnover for Argentina. Penalty won by Argentina.
he's there on his feet.
Argentina applying the chop tackle, putting Dylan Hartley quickly onto the floor, allowing Creevy to get on the ball.
Two arriving.
So putting him on the floor, and Creevy is very strong in there. The right call from John Lacey.
I think you can call Agustin Creevy an expressive captain.
I know you want to scrum, but I can't allow him to do this and then drive across, okay? Yeah, it has to be straight first.
The front rows and referee talk scrummaging. Nicolas Sanchez just thinks about accuracy. And sort of fails the test a little bit, just pulled it wide.
England are only 3 points down. They're still in this game. They're under huge pressure at the moment. It's a really good test for them.
Legui Samon read it well, because that was coming out of the sun at him.
Use it!
Landajo waits, finds towering Tomas Lavanini. Sanchez ducks, darts, and goes well. That's a thumping tackle. I think it's Harry Williams who made the tackle. Somehow Argentina have managed to regain possession. Sanchez
Stay! Stop!
tests Mike Brown. Fullback took it well. Gets half through the tackle. Genge. Oh. There's been plenty of running, but the tackling has been ferocious as well.
Up 4, up! Use it.
Kerr. Tukulet waits. Yard follows up with the tackle.
Same. 6 arriving.
Just seeing Chris Robshaw at his very best. Great tackle by Sam Underhill on the kick chase, and Robshaw comes in so fast to win the turnover. England winning that territory battle. Really good chase as Tuchel catches the ball, Marlon Yard, and look at the speed of Robshaw and Underhill, two back row forwards working so hard to get in on the ball. A really good territory gain by England there, and great technique employed.
George Ford.
Yeah. As expected.
It's a lovely old stadium. Used to be called the Eva Perón Stadium, but it's now named after a general from the wars of independence and the war that followed to make Argentina the sort of federal republic that it is now. Ford likes it. Touch judges like it. The scoreboard is level. 13 points apiece.
George Ford just continuing on from last week, exemplary kicking performance. The difference between the two fly halves is the accuracy of Ford's goal kicking.
Sanchez. Piers Francis. We haven't seen much of the England midfield yet. It's Argentina have had a lot of possession since the start. Juan Manuel Legui Samon, he's had lots to do. Harry Williams, he's felt the heat in the scrum.
That's how we expected Argentina to come out. We expected them to be physical. They've been physical in the contact areas, and they've employed a really good kicking game. England been a little bit ill-disciplined, which has not allowed them to have the ball.
Ortega Desio wins. Change of tactic. Boffelli, Mike Brown read it beautifully. Brown on his own. Francis tears up in support. Francis is there. Brilliant by England.
Majestic play by Mike Brown. His timing onto that kick was sensational, and then to have the presence of mind to run the running line. Sanchez going for the crossfield kick, but watch Brown in the air. Fantastic, and watch his running line now as he comes in field, creates that space in the 5-metre channel. Piers Francis runs a superb support line. Brown puts the ball from one-handed offload. Great work from Francis to score the try.
It was great because as Mike Brown changed his line, Piers Francis changed his, read the pass well.
He created the space up the 5-metre channel, which stopped the Argentine defence coming across to make the tackle on Brown. Well, Eddie, what a game again.
Oh, fantastic stuff. Oh, it just goes on and on. And George Ford, having just had the kick to level the scores, almost immediately has one to put England up to 20 points and a converted try clear, which is some reply. Will it curl? No, it won't. England's new lead stands at 5 points.
An interesting tactic from Argentina. You know, they've been using their power runners and to good effect, but Brown timed that absolutely perfectly. And just watch how he sets up Tuchel, allows Francis to run that great support line and score in the corner.
Back in action. Johnny May takes the kick, takes the tackle by Matthias Orlando to stop the wing up. Danny Kerr. Nigel Owens, who refereed last week, has swapped with John Lacey. Lacey, the man in the middle.
Stay 5 blue.
Ortega Desio again the target. Oh, Argentina, that's a mistake. They'll want to play on, they won't want England to have a full advantage. So we come back to the scrum.
That was a really good running line from Ortega Desio. Unfortunately, poor handling skills. The ball was fired at him in the pass, creating the knock-on.
I want this to completely stable.
See Griezmann
See, it's
just fired that pass to Matera.
They want to bring Matera into the game, but it seems he's a slow starter. And again, the drop pass. It's not the start anymore. We're nearly into the last moments of the first half. Time has shot by. George Ford with a variation. That's gone very high. Taken by Tuchel. Tuchel did well to present. Sanchez way back in his 22. But Matera is on hand to take it up. That's better by the wing forward. Allows the captain to make a yard. Orlando can't get past Hartley. Landajo takes his time. Sanchez is going to put a boot to it. Straight down the middle, very deliberate by Sanchez. Johnny May. Tuchel didn't make the mark. Did go for touch this time.
England are putting a lot of pressure on Sanchez, trying to stop him from kicking really working hard to get charge downs, and that's forcing Sanchez just to change his mind a bit, not getting the accurate kicking that he would like to employ.
Hartley quite happy to get on with the game quickly. Charlie Ewells, the try scorer. Here's Sam Underhill, first little chance for the new wing forward to have a blast. Harry Williams surges clear up to the 22. Charlie Ewells drops it. A rare mistake by the Bath second row.
Smart play by Danny Kerr, attacking the Argentine forwards around the ruck, attacking the near side of the ruck. But Charlie Ewells just having the ball hit out of his grasp for a really good power low tackle. You see, gets it nice and low, Montera there.
Just need to get the scrum sorted first, please. I need to get the scrum sorted first.
Ellis Genge looks on, just pause while Lucas Nogueira has some attention.
That's a better picture now, right? Yeah, I don't want to work with him. I'm going to talk to him now as well.
That last scrum from England was a really good scrum. They got very good height.
We need to stay in this way.
And just as the ball came in, they all sank together to stop the Argentine push, driving them backwards. Really good technique.
We're good.
Nogueira back to his feet. Good crowd here in Santa Fe. It's very much part of the new Argentine approach to take the Pumas around the country. They don't just play all their tests in Buenos Aires now. They go all over their huge country, from San Juan in the far west to Santa Fe.
Bind. Set. 2, 3, squeeze. Squeeze.
Argentina try to
use the ball.
Generate
use it now.
More shove. John Lacey gives them the hurry up. Landajo, Orlando. George Ford with the tackle. Marlon Yard read it well, came up quickly on Tuculet in defence. Lavanini to Cravey. England read that as well.
No. Use it! No, it's
Sanchez back in the pocket. Where will he go this time?
Stop one!
Towards Mike Brown. Johnny May off his wing in close support of Brown. Ford. Underhill.
Last forward of 7 blue.
The young England forwards just knocking the ball on in the tackle. Some really big physical hits coming in from all the Argentine defenders. But good to see Brown and May working hard together. You see again another low tackle. And Underhill just spilling the ball as he hit the floor.
Let's go. We're waiting.
Let's go, says John Lacey. 1.5 minutes to go.
Whilst the Argentine scrum's been going forward, John Lacey has not given penalties. He's made them play the ball away from it. So that's good defensive technique by England.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Stay.
Free kick, Argentina. Landajo takes it quickly. Ortega Decio in support.
Away. Yeah, you're fine.
Cravey.
Off the
Lavanini.
leg, play on. Off the play on. Off the
Off
leg.
his leg. Sanchez didn't get a hand to it, so play on. De La Fuente. Gets past Danny Kerr. De La Fuente, is there going to be Resurgent Argentina on the stroke of half-time. Nogueira drives it on. Sanchez. Crossing. Mojano coming off his wing. Will stop. There's an injury back in the own half.
Clear and obvious from Lavanini running in front.
Alemano, I think, is it? Yeah.
Alemano running in front. Clear and obvious.
He's a big bloke to get in front of you.
Well, that's Sanchez just running across the field. He needs to be squaring up that a little bit more to bring a big man like Alemano onto the ball.
Johnny May is down too. There's Pablo Matera. He's happy to go. Johnny May.
No problem. There's obstruction, your player.
De La Fuente played very well last week. Exceptional break then. But what England have been smart is their scramble defence, their work off the ball to get behind the ball has been exceptional. Again, they did very well there to get behind the ball and stop that Argentine attack.
George Ford restarts play. The ball goes in to the moat, which goes around this ground. The hooter goes for half-time, but we will have the line out. England secure. Ellis Genge has his hands on the ball. Lavanini came through. Genge crawls a couple of yards. Kerr behind Boffelli. Boffelli just checks on where Marland Yard is. That will be half-time. John Lacey ends it, and Emiliano Boffelli heads for the changing rooms at the far end of the ground, and the score is Argentina 13, England 18.
And remember, it was 17-13 to Argentina at half-time last weekend, and you know what happened after that. Brian Moore, we had a tri-fest. We're heading that way again.
Well, I said it last week, it was a gloriously flawed game, and it's the same here. You know, England starting off very well. It could have been even better. Very well organised first try. Then they kept Argentina in the game by 3 or 4 successive penalties, which were unnecessary. And actually, Jones will be very pleased that the experience of Brown and Ford behind and Rob Shaw and Launchbury, has kept England, in the lead.
I love it. Gloriously flawed. However, it's very entertaining, Hugo.
It certainly is, but England were the brighter to start, as you can say. 6 times they gave up possession really early doors, but it was great for them to get into the game. Very simple in terms of their game plan, but defensively, they were poor last week, conceding 4 tries. This half, they've missed 11 tackles, so that'll be a key fix-up for the second half.
Jerry, looking at the stats, Argentina have had a lot of the ball.
They have. They really haven't made the most of it. The games are so much about momentum, and you've got to take your opportunities. When you have that much territory and that much possession, they had a 4-minute period where they had England under the cosh, and England conceded penalties. They knocked over 1 penalty, 2 penalties, and then they missed 1 penalty, and that gave up their momentum. And England have slowly clawed their way back into the second half of the first half. Well,
let's just take a look at some of the big moments then from that first half, and Charlie Ewell's getting his first try for England, Jerry.
This is what I love to see any team do. The structure, the simplicity of it is beautiful. It's carry, keep the ball alive. Quick ball is what everybody wants. And the guys here have come from depth. The second rows, Launchbury and Ewells. And they're powerful, tall guys.
You've got 11, 12 clean. First of all.
But this is so clean.
Yeah.
It's simple, basic rugby that it keep the ball, attacks in space, and come from depth with pace. And you're always going to be difficult to defend against.
Yeah, well, they'd have been frustrated how they started last week, and they couldn't have kept it any more simple. 2 of their biggest, best ball carriers have come into the game. Simple try.
But it's tit for tat, isn't it, Hugo, in this series, because then Argentina comes storming back.
Yeah, defensively really poor here. I think, we're having a pop at Denny Solomona before the game, and I think Marland Yard should be blitzing. You can't be hovering like that on your try line. He was pretty much ushered Tuchel back over his try line. That's not the aggressive press, which we know about in English rugby. But fair play to Argentina. They bounced back really well, and it's simple. Tuchel outstanding last week, finished again really well today.
The Pumas are showing us what they can do close to the line. How many times do we see teams not be precise and not actually make a decision what to do? Last week they were taking the ball short, smashing their way over, and at least this time they had that Sanchez must have shouted for that ball. We've got some space to run in, and it's gone down there. Yes, the defence was passive, which it can't be close to the line, but at least they had the adventure or ambition to go for it.
Have you seen a dramatic improvement in Argentina then, being 5 metres out and being able to execute? Perhaps a couple of years ago we never saw that.
Well, they called that early. Normally, that sort of thing comes as a very last option with them when they've been battering the line with the forwards. They haven't been able to get there, and they think, well, we might as well. This time, it was only 2 or 3 phases in, and they obviously saw the gap and had the confidence to do that. And that's they've been doing a lot of that as Jaguares in Super Rugby, and it shows.
And also, Hugo, as we said at the start of the programme, if Eddie Jones wants to become the #1 team in the world with England and be better than the All Blacks, you cannot afford to miss your opportunities and not take your chances.
No, well, we saw evidence of that just the other day from New Zealand. This is a great opportunity. This is what Danny Kerr does at his very best, gets tempo into the game. And the moment they get over the advantage line, it's about finding some shape, which is exactly what they do, but then it's down to execution. That's a 4-on-1, or 3-on-1 in the end with Drew Launchbury. Ellis Genge, catch, pass. It should be a simple try. And there's those small details, the simplicity in the game, which takes you from being #2 to being the #1 side in the world.
Signs of a side coming together and not knowing each other very well, because Francis there, the new boy, should have come in and got Launchbury and Genge out of the way. He should have bossed that situation. Boys, you stand behind me. If I need you, I'm going to call for you. Let him use his footwork and trickery and his good passing. But when you get forwards in the way, they think they're backs. Yep. They're not.
Get out of the way. Just get out of the way, Brian.
Not all of us. Look, there's a lot that Jones will be pleased about in that half, though. When England have had possession, they've looked threatening, and that's the main thing. If you can create things, you're in a far better position than having to scrapple. And when things are ill-disciplined. So you've got a situation where they just need to be more precise and more exact.
Yeah, but you have been frustrated by England's mistakes in that first half,
Of course, and because we want a council of perfection. People might think we're moaning. We're not moaning, or we are moaning for the right reason.
You're definitely
for the right reason. See, this is a flare-up. You understand that, but the problem is it's giving a penalty away. We have another one here on the wrong side. This is on the 10-metre line. It's not really going anywhere. You can afford to give them 5 metres here. The old adage, you can't defend kicks at goal.
You're absolutely right, Mauro. And what you're seeing is a succession of penalties. What only does it paint the wrong picture into the referee's mind? When you're away from home, you're not going to get anything. This is Marlin Yard, and it's pressure on pressure on pressure. All within about 5 minutes, they've given away 3 needless penalties, and that just allows...
But look where those are. Those are all around the halfway line, between the 10-metre lines, where he's not in extremis.
But you have to say, though, you have to give England a lot of credit, and we're seeing them score some wonderful tries on this tour, Jerry.
Yeah, the last try is amazing in itself that Mike Brown actually passes, although we're deciding...
It's an offload.
An offload is still a pass. We'll give him that much. Right. The kick pass here from the Pumas, not executed too well. Let's give credit to Brown. Let's give credit to Brown because he's read it very well. He's come off he stepped the defence and moved the defence so that there's space for Francis to come through, and he's done brilliantly to get there in support.
Oh, absolutely. Mike Brown's brilliant in the air, safe as houses. He'll be a guy who's disappointed that Corey Allen's in New Zealand instead of himself, that's for sure. But he's shown what he can do on the platform which he's got. But not only the ability to turn defence into attack, but the dexterity to get that offload away. And Piers Francis scores his first try for England.
Well, Francis did it again. I mean, because last week he had the give and go with Ford as a supporting player, and this week he's a scorer.
But the beauty of that is Brown's been criticised for not passing for a lot of his career. We've seen it in the Six Nations, but what he's done there is drag the defence in field, and Francis has read it, and it was beautifully made.
OK, chaps, we'll look ahead to the second half very shortly. Let's bring you right up to date forward to the second half. We haven't really seen, Jerry, have we, an angry Argentina? We're expecting a backlash today. They haven't been really angry, have they?
They haven't. I think they're feeling a bit of pressure. The season has been pretty appalling. They've not really set the world alight since their great performances during the Rugby World Cup. I think, do you know what? They might be getting bored of one another. They play in the Super 18 pretty much as a Puma side, and now they're just spending a lot of time together. Nothing clicking. There's no inspiration just yet.
I've seen Argentina plateau over last year. We saw them burst into the scene. You mentioned a World Cup. Then their introduction into the Rugby Championship really helped take their performances to another level. But 10 losses out of the last 12. Terrible defeat last week, no real punch or fire today. You hope to see a little bit better in the second half, but from an English perspective, more of the same.
Well, Danny Care said after last week, he said, I've not played in a game like that in a long time. It was a really fast game, a lot of unstructure. Well, Danny might be saying exactly the same thing at the end of this game, saying, I haven't played a game like this since last week.
Well, Eddie Jones will just want a bit more control, because when England do get things organised, they look to be a very capable side.
OK, let's take you back then to Santa Fe. And this stadium, by the way, is known as the Elephant's Graveyard. Eddie Butler and Addy Robertson. Take it away.
It is. It comes out of the world of football, but it applies to rugby as well, because Argentina haven't lost here. They've beaten Ireland in 2007 and Italy a couple of years ago. They trail England by 5 points at half-time. Referee John Lacey just...
You can hear me fine, can you? I've nothing from you.
TMO was talking to you as well. Can you hear it?
Aaron, can you hear me now? Yeah, gotcha now. And you? Nothing.
Communications issue amongst the officials.
Yeah, press it again. No.
Eddie, it seems that the players have been recharged and they've recharged their batteries, but the referee's mic has not been recharged.
Yeah, you're perfect, Egan. No problem with you.
Slightest pause.
Okay.
Sam Underhill, the young England flanker.
Just 1 second.
Piers Francis. It's a young England team out here in Argentina, but one win behind them, leading at half-time. 1 half to go on this tour. Nicolas Sanchez gets us underway. Joe Launchbury goes high. Here is Underhill. Danny Care waits and watches as Nathan Hughes comes away with it. Leggy Samon catches well, under pressure from Underhill and especially Johnny May. Alemano rumbles and rolls through a couple of tackles, the big second row. Landajo, he goes high. Ortega Decio got hands to it, but it's come away. Ellis Genge. Pablo Matera tries to hold him off the ground. Genge sets up the ruck. Ford. Sanchez
10 meters, guys.
Makes the mark and goes. Boffelli.
One away.
Oops. Argentina have to regroup. England steal it through Chris Robshaw. May couldn't pick it up first time. Goes backwards to go round. Ford. Long. To Henry Slade. Mike Brown.
10. No.
Genge to his fellow prop, Harry Williams.
Leave it, skipper! Leave it! From the side.
Oh, beautiful angle run by Robshaw. Ford switches play. Genge gets a really good pass away to Henry Slade, but it was knocked on.
Pass forward up time, Blue.
Argentina trying to play out from their own half, trying to find some rhythm, but they can't get it going because of really good England defence. I think if England can start well in this first 10 minutes, they could blow away this Argentine side. They lack a little bit of confidence with the ball in hand. See Hartley getting that pass away to Genge. Genge looking up. Just a knock on in the contact by Henry Slade. We saw an outstanding pass and running line from Chris Robshaw there with a brilliant pass from George Ford. We didn't see a lot of that in the first half. It's important to see that in this second half.
Bind. Set. Steady.
Back first to the heavyweights.
Use it. He's on his knees.
Ricky Samon finds Landajo. It could have numbers here. Nicolas Sanchez. Landajo with a little show and go. Matias Orlando not held. The centre gets up. The centre carries on. Brilliant to Ricky Samon. Robshaw just for once bounced out of the way. Advantage being played. Argentina, their best passage of play in the entire game. Can it lead to something? Landajo and another sweet little pass from the scrum half. It's all about the advantage now. Argentina have been stopped slightly. Delicately played. Argentina have to be careful. We are still playing the advantage. Nicolas Sanchez knew what he was doing.
The advantage for the high tackle by Mike Brown, stopping right at the end, as all good fullbacks do. Just got his timing slightly wrong, got it high.
High tackle 15.
Again, England worked hard to get behind the ball. Their scramble defence, they're showing their fitness after the line break
Shot indicated.
made by De La Fuente, and really good support play, as you said, Eddie. This is Orlando carrying well, good great offload through to Guizamon. He's carried strongly, not many people bash Chris Robshaw out of the way.
Yeah, you're on now. You're on
Just got his timing wrong, Mike Brown. But England were then able to slow up Argentina, which meant they kicked the ball away.
Sanchez missed with his last penalty attempt. Will want to get this. Oh, he's pushed that horribly wide. Oh. 6 points go begging from his last 2 kicks. The gap 5 points.
I'm tied now. Yeah, I know, I see.
George Ford.
Go, John!
Was that another high tackle? Nigel Owens again. Argentina through Tomas Lavanini would seem to think it was high. May and Lavanini still at it. Apologies for the ripeness of the language.
Okay. Yeah, just give us a look. There's potential around the neck there.
Don Lacey stays calm, just wants to check the original tackle, which was the spark point.
Live, it seems as if it just went high. As May comes in, it is a high tackle. There's a ducking into the tackle, but
nowadays,
respective duty of care. Clear and obvious.
Just get the mark for me there, skipper.
Mojano, and because Johnny May doesn't let him go, this might be yellow.
High tackle, no more foul play now, that's it.
Oh no, just a penalty. John Lacey, coolest head out there.
No.
Cravey, as I say, he's expressive.
Okay.
That's the first bit of real emotion we've seen from the Argentine side.
Sanchez down the line. Now, while their blood is boiling and while they've got a territorial advantage, they really should be looking to get something out of this. We have a replacement on the Argentine side as they lose the ball and then fight to get it. Guido Petti is on. Last person up.
Last control. Turnover is fair.
Now Tetas Chaparro is on in the front row. Guido Petti is on in the second.
Let's go, boy. Let's go, hurry.
Chaparro, who played at tight head last week, comes on at loose head this week. And Petti coming on early in the second row. He had a good game for Argentina in that second half last week. Will he have the same impact?
Bind. Set.
Ortega Decio and Chris Robshaw, the wing forwards on the near side.
Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, it's too big. We need it closer.
They're coming now. Sammy, keep going.
Eddie Jones, he looks pretty cool as well. 5 points. His team's lead.
Oh, you wait, boys.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Time off. Time off. You two, come here. Both of you.
Ellis Genge.
You change your behaviour or you go in the bin yellow card. You understand? Yes. No.
Enrique Pierretto, singled out. Last chance.
Yeah.
A warning to the two young props. Nobody wants to give an inch. Genji certainly won't be giving an inch. Pierretto constantly putting his knee down on the floor. It's important that he keeps that up, otherwise he'll get penalised by John Lacey.
Bind. Set.
Argentina tried to get the second shove
Use
on.
the ball. It's going sideways.
It's gone sideways, says John Lacey, so get on with it. Oh, it's been dropped by Jerónimo de la Fuente. England get the turnover. Marland Yard has knocked it on.
No advantage.
An Argentine scrum will be getting a little bit frustrated. They feel they're on the front foot, they feel they're going forward, but John Lacey's calling the ball out, as is right. And Argentina make another substitution. As Herrera comes on.
Ramiro Herrera comes on instead of Enrico Pierretto. So the Pumas front row has, but it hasn't got any smaller, is the new man, Herrera.
It's always frustrating for a forward pack when you're going forward and yeah, the ball is dropped in the centres from a first phase attack. Just breaks your rhythm.
We had a surge by Argentina, but this opening 10 minutes of the second half has been a scrappy old business. Argentina go for the big drive. England give, and then Nathan Hughes manages to pick up and come away with it. Henry Slade has lost the ball. Orlando passes well to Tucolet. Tucolet runs into Joe Launchbury. Argentina line up the big forwards. Matera. And then kick again. Johnny May was back safely enough. The crowd felt that was forward from May to Ford. Now this could go all the way. Oh, very well judged by George Ford. Now kicking downwind, not much of it.
A great way to relieve pressure, just to kick the ball straight at the post. Luckily, it's only a 7-metre goal area. Luckily, in goal area. Luckily, the ball did stop dead. allowing England to get the possession back now from this 22 restart.
Sanchez long. Nathan Hughes. Francis. That one doesn't come off. Argentina surge through. The bounce is all important. The bounce is going to work in their favour.
A speculative kick from Francis gets charged down.
Pablo Matera, under pressure after the first test, scores in the second.
You see this attack at the short side, there's nothing on for Francis. He tries to kick the ball through and showing great footballing skills. Montero gets over the line. Just a slight change of momentum there. This will get Argentina on the front foot.
He knows it. Under instructions to get more involved. And the delicate football skills too, to go with the raw power and strength. Now then, Sanchez for the lead. Curls it, but not enough. We're all square in Santa Fe. A change on the England side as we re-examine Piers Francis's charge down kick. Back row forward, Pablo Matera with the try. Matt Mullen is on for England. Johnny May in hot pursuit. Tomas Lavanini can't take it. It's going to be a throw to Argentina. Lavanini wins. Gravy rides the tackles, and hard tackles they were too. Matt Mullen, Launchbury involved. Chris Robsaw involved in the counter-rucking. There's a lot going on out there. Off the ball, on the ball, over the ball. And now in the air. Johnny May under pressure from Ortega Decio. May does well. That's a good pickup by Mullen. Kerr to Ford, to Launchbury. Tetas Chaparro with the tackle. Was that a deliberate knock-on by Matias Orlando? Just the knock-on, scrummage.
England starting to bring some phases together. We saw only one attack early on in this second half. And England just not finding their rhythm, just knocking the ball on, or Argentina just getting a hand in.
Substitution number 6, yes.
See that kick from Francis, a speculative kick. Not really going anywhere with that kick. It would have been better just to push it downtown and build the pressure on Argentina.
Thomas Lezana comes on. Try scorer Pablo Matera comes off.
No. To the left, please, Captain.
Matt Mullen did a really good job when he came on last week to secure the scrum. It's important for him to do that now, as England will look to build some pressure, get some phases together, get on the front foot.
Bind, set.
Kerr gets the ball away from the scrimmage. And again, Henry Slade's knocked it on. Ball turned over. Tuculet changes direction. De La Fuente, it's gone loose to Mike Brown, and Brown is off. And Brown finds Danny Kerr. Kerr for the line. England are back in the lead.
Incredible pace from Brown and Kerr. Henry Slade knocks the ball on. Argentina counter-attack back, tries something speculative. De La Fuente, poor offload and simple counter-attack from Brown into the space. Kerr reads him really well. The Harlequins teammates working well together.
There's the offload that goes astray. I suppose the referee must have said advantage over by that stage because there was a clear break by the Pumas.
Yeah, referees call that very early now, once you're on the front foot. England have practiced a lot from turnover ball, and you can see how sharp they are when they receive turnovers.
That's good. Flags are up. England, 7 points in the lead.
Convertido por el número 10, George Ford. Inglaterra gana ahora 25-18.
Real alertness of Kerr as soon as the turnover occurred to pick up Brown's run. And runs in untouched.
Piers Francis keeps it in field. Leggy Samon runs onto it.
Move two.
Dylan Hartley.
7.
Cravey. Nathan Brown over the ball. Nathan Hughes, rather. Mojano sets up the ruck. Herrera, the new prop. Lesana, another replacement. Lavanini, Cravey. England solid in their defensive line, slowing up release. Even now, through Lesana, Argentina can't get clear. They are now. Ramiro Mojano. Sorry, it's Boffelli. Scored in the first test, scores in the second. It's another cracker of a game.
Really patient build-up from Argentina to find the numbers on the short side. Hartley beats them for pace just as they're drifting across, and Boffelli scores. Really good 2-on-1 execution made for Boffelli to score.
England was so organised, and then they weren't.
Argentina just found an edge, just managed to get a little bit of go forward on the carry and beat them for numbers up that short side.
On the hour mark, we are level again. 25 points all.
Sanchez will be pleased to get that kick over. We'll see some really good carries, just putting England on the back foot, not getting around the corner quick enough. And De La Fuente makes up for his error from the offload with a well-executed pass. This time he held the ball in two hands. He didn't try the speculative offload. He'd be delighted to have executed that pass.
Harry Williams has gone off. Sam Underhill has gone off. Changes on the England side. As the try scorer sets off again. This time he's stopped.
Yeah, I won't be there.
Landajo.
Stop, 16!
That's good clearance. Argentina out of their own half. Agustin Crevi is off. Now then, Julian Montoya. He can play. We're back in action quickly. Boffelli. Just to build in a little breather. Trusts his boot, and we're back in the England half.
Right, set up for a great 20 minutes again, with Hernandez looking to come on.
Mark Wilson is on for England, who played so well in the first test.
Johnny May looks as if he's struggling a little bit with an ankle injury. He's talking to the bench.
Happy?
Nicolas Sanchez comes off.
Come on.
Captain Dylan Hartley stays on the field. All the changes start to happen now. Joe Launchbury wins, down to Danny Kerr. Nathan Hughes, first time we've seen the big number 8 on the charge. Rob Shaw, pass as well. Good tackling by Argentina. Oh, it is good tackling. England, though, control the ball well. Chris Robshaw, the roars go up every time a tackle is made. Piers Francis, no way through for him.
6 on, please.
Kerr goes upstairs. That might be overdone. That's a advantage Argentina.
A great defensive set from Argentina. England running into brick walls. Probably need to run in 2s and 3s. They're trying to get a tip-on pass. They've tried to get a go forward, but Argentina matched them with double tackles and kept forcing Kerr to kick the ball straight out.
This is the new hookup. Montoya. Will Collier is on for England in the front row. Mark Wilson stands at scrum half to the right of Danny Kerr. It's gone loose. Wilson does play scrum half. Hartley acting outside half.
Run!
Ford.
Stop! Yeah, fine. Not back by play on.
It's come safely into the hands of the blue and white shirts. Landajo. The little kick through, no foul. Marland Yard turns, chases, picks up, makes it to the halfway line exactly. Brown. Now there is room for England. Nathan Hughes. Piers Francis. Johnny May.
15!
Advantage England from the little phase of play.
A lot better from England, just moving the point of attack, moving the ball to the away from the big heavy contacts.
12. That's my second time now. Okay, don't get involved. I'll let you get quick. I know that.
And a smart kick from May enables England to get possession back 5 meters from the Argentine line.
Good attacking position for England. Nathan Hughes has the ball. It's now in the hands of McMullen. Dylan Hartley has it. The twist and the turn and the slow progress towards the line. England claim the try. Referee agrees with them. Will Collier, the try scorer. Had some impact to make off the bench.
Oh, well played, the England forwards. They set them all up beautifully, really good body heights. You see Mullen, Hughes working in front of the ball, creating a really good block. And England just keep moving forward. Hartley doing some real damage. Collier finding the line. Body shape was good. But England have won the tactical battle up front today. They've stopped Argentina's maul going, and to score, counter that with a really good score there. Just got the upper hand. Well done, the England forwards.
Everybody working.
England 4 tries last week, 4 tries again today. George Ford with the conversion. The lead grows to 7 points again. George Ford straight through the middle. More changes on the England side. Alex Lozowski is on for Piers Francis. Juan Martin Hernandez. High towards Joe Launchbury. Mark Wilson and Nathan Hughes. Penalty advantage. Oh, Nathan Hughes went down and he didn't like it. Nathan Hughes is hurt.
Lavanini came in at the side and chopped him at his knee. Dangerous play from Lavanini there.
That's straight away. Nathan Hughes knew that.
What's that technique?
Oh.
Very dangerous to catch him right on his knee.
Oh, that's got to be the end of Nathan Hughes. That's the knee didn't want to go that way at all.
I understand.
England using their maul again to great effect.
Come on, guys. 1 meter, not 2. Yeah. The hooker I'm interested in.
Hartley to throw. Hughes, the number 8
Gap is
at
fine,
scrum
nice,
half. We'll
let's go.
just have to see how he sets off after this line out. Chris Robshaw sets off pretty fast, up to the 22, gets back up.
Onside, please, onside.
Ford. Support
Tackle.
from Mullen.
Backwards.
It's Lavanini again who made the tackle. Not sure how much use of the arms there was there as well. Legui Samon deeply involved in a defence. Knock on by England. Relief for Argentina. Nathan Hughes is seriously not. He's moving very slowly towards this ruck. Just coming into shot now. He's not. What do you think, Andy?
Well, it's a big 12 minutes for him. He's worked really hard. He's just starting to get himself into the game, carrying well. I think it's important that he stays on. Although we've got Ezekiel on the bench, he's a player that can come on and bring some real energy.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Stay.
Slow old scrum. Argentina go for the second drive.
Now use it now.
Told to use it. Hernandez. Long. Towards Mike Brown. Denis Solomona sets off in pursuit.
Yeah, very good.
The winger who scored the winning try last week is on. Hernandez. Not entirely pleased with his kick.
England forwards working really hard in the scrum, and you can hear them calling, keep your feet, after them not to move an inch, and they haven't, which means that Argentina have to move the ball away, and England get possession. Bit of smart bit of play at the last line out when Chris Robshaw just ran a nice little play at the front with Dylan Hartley. The old heads working well together.
10 and a bit minutes left. England have lost the line out. Great surge there from Tetas Chaparro. Leguizamón, beautiful catch by Bertranou.
Slide entry. No. 18 is cleared out the thread.
It's one of the frustrations of playing the game. It's a technical penalty. Argentina are on the front foot, and the support player comes in at the side, picked up by John Lacey. And the crowd gets frustrated, and all coaches get frustrated in that type of moment, but well picked up. Great handling skills there from the offload. Quick ball moved away. And you see, we're not going to see that side entry coming in.
Thomas Lezana,
yeah, let's go, please.
the player going down on the ball, not Bertranou, the little scrum half. It's Lezana's about half a metre taller. George Ford, just to calm everything down. 10 minutes to manage, less than 10 minutes to manage to go. Unbeaten on this tour. There's bound to be some fireworks left. From start to finish, there has been something special about this little mini-series.
Outside 15. Stay together. One stop.
Counter drive by Argentina. Danny Kerr has to go looking for it.
Still in. Stay down.
Kerr again, checks, Ford.
Hold.
Boffelli, in the end, gets it. Hernandez, Lando couldn't take it. Advantage to England. Just for a moment, Argentina had numbers.
And a smart kick from George Ford. Great chase from Slade as well. And the England working really hard off the ball to get their defence set up. Not allow Argentina any room up the short side. Orlando makes the knock on.
Nick Ezekwe warms up on the sideline.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Kerr feeds. Good secondary drive by England. Comes clear. Lozowski makes a yard or two. Rod Short drives it up. And again, Lavanini flies in without much use of the arms.
Tackle now.
Kerr checks where Ford is. Ford for the drop goal. Beautifully struck. George Ford, the management of the last few minutes. And England, they stretch their lead, and the crowd is silenced.
On this tour, George Ford has been world class, showing us here with a fantastic drop goal, well executed play from the scrum. Lozowski did well to get the go forward. Ford has kicked exemplary, and he's been the difference between the two teams in both test matches. He's really come of age in his leadership, his technical ability, and his goal kicking, his kicking out of hand has been exemplary.
Argentina restart, having made two changes.
No, not from the side. Use it now.
6.5 minutes to go. England 10 points in front. Danny Kerr
Sorry.
down into the Argentina half. Tukulet, the outside half. Thumped by Nathan Hughes. But the fullback gets up and carries on. And away come the Pumas. What is left in this game? Massive strength. Lesana involved. Herrera picks up. Montoya. A metre to go. The crowd not silent now. Hernandez. Matias Moroni.
Back foot.
Bertrano, the new scrum half. John Lacey goes in to have a look. Held up.
It's all about inches. And England defending heroically. Great work by Lozowski to get across to help May in the tackle, and desperate work from Mullen to get underneath the ball, and backed up by Wilson.
Bertrano, the new scrum half, he's had a haircut since last week, held up over the line.
By all rights, Argentina should have scored then. They had numbers on the outside, they had to go forward. But great work from England, that scramble defence from them, putting their bodies on the line. Yeah, this is the end of a really long season, and this England team has really fought hard together.
Thank you. Okay.
Mark Wilson, part of the operation, assisted by Matt Mullen. He's had an impact, Matt Mullen, since he came on, Andy.
Matt Mullen's performed very well, technically outstanding in the scrum, but also in his body heights there to keep the player up and hold the ball up. England very smart in that work. That's the work they've been doing with Paul Gustard to improve their technical work in the contact area, and you can see it really coming through.
Less than 5 minutes to go. Argentina trail by 10 points, but they are within 5 metres, or they are exactly 5 metres from the England line. Chris Robshaw wills his team to do more. Nathan Hughes still on the field. Bertrano feeds the scrum, takes a step back. The forwards. It's going straight, nothing's moving so far. Order comes to use it. Leggy Samon. Taken well by Kerr. Hughes comes away with it. Kerr sees who's available. The front row is Will Collier, a try scorer. Matt Mullen was also there. And Kerr completes the defensive operation.
And that's what wins test matches. Fantastic scrummaging from England 8, really working hard together, not to go back.
No, it's a different ball for a start.
And then Danny Kerr putting pressure on Leguizamon as he picked the ball out of the scrum. Great timing to knock him backwards. And the sharpness of Wilson again over the ball to win the turnover. Watch Kerr come in really fast, and Wilson's sharp onto Leguizamon to pick the ball up.
Montoya. It's gone loose. England scoop it up through their captain, Dylan Hartley. Kerr back to Ford.
Stop 6 though, stop 6. Yeah.
Way back in his own 22, Joaquin Tukulet. Moroni. Tukulet thinks there's time to go to the set piece. 2.5 minutes.
And England have withstood the Argentine last 5 minutes of their attacks. Argentina just losing a bit of discipline in their set-piece play. Montoya throwing poorly there. And England just taking the sting out of the game now, can take control of it.
Hartley, stolen by the Pumas. Bertranu
Rock his form now. Almost.
sets up the maul, at the ruck rather. Lavanini. Bertranu back up to feed Herrera.
Stay on.
Was there crossing there? Play on. This is Moroni. Hernandez. Chance now. Lozowski. Watches it
Away now.
as Argentina reclaim possession. Penalty,
Pass the
Argentina.
ball first off your feet. Played it on the way back.
Lozowski showing his football skills. Unlucky not to get the ball back.
Juan Martin Hernandez to the England 22. Argentina's last chance because we're into the last minute. Montoya throws. Lavanini with the catch.
Let it come now. Let it come. Let it come.
Turnover by England. Johnny May has a little look at. We will have to take the scrummage.
More great work in the line out, stopping the maul. Fantastic work from the England forwards, with Robshaw being so smart in that area.
Argentina's coach Daniel Urcard knows it's all over. His team are going to lose the two-match series. 2-0. The hooter goes. We will have the scrum. Eddie Jones, job done. It hasn't had the tingling excitement, the last-minute action of last week, but it's been another good game.
Bind. Set.
John Lacey resets the scrummage. Everybody has the energy to have a say.
One of the areas where Eddie Jones will be delighted is the leadership, the development of his leaders. Seeing Danny Kerr, George Ford, the way they've run the game, the way they've managed the game has been exceptional.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Nathan Hughes, the big number 8, has the last action of the game. He bends over, exhausted, hurting for his right knee, but there's no reason to feel dejected because England have won the second test, having won the first 2-0 in their series in Argentina. It has been a tough test. It's been a sparkling series, and England come away with it victorious. Final score here, Argentina 25, England 35.
Eddie, thank you very much indeed. So England have lost just one of their last 20 games, the 13-9 defeat to Ireland in the Six Nations. So in the Eddie Jones era, the loss to Ireland is their only defeat in 10 away tests, and they've now scored 20 tries in their last 5 test matches. Have you enjoyed this series, Joey?
It's been brilliant from an England perspective, with all those players missing, with all the experience missing. You've only got 5 really experienced guys playing in these 2 tests, and they've, with Eddie and his coaching staff, have brought these inexperienced youngsters in, and they've worked the result and thoroughly deserved it. It's not as if it's been by luck or chance or by poor Puma play. They've actually gone out there and won the games. They haven't been given the games, and I think in terms of strength in depth, I mean, England are in a great place.
Yeah, and these young players and the senior players as well, they've forged a real bond as well on this tour.
They certainly have, and they've had to do it really quick. I mean, it doesn't get much harder than going out to Argentina in that kind of atmosphere. But to deliver the style of rugby, at times it was a little bit sloppy. In fact, I was a little bit underwhelmed today, I must be honest. I mean, was it 72 points last week, just as 60 today?
Yeah, it's 132 across the two tests.
That's it. We've been treated with some pretty decent rugby, and for all of those guys getting their first caps on tour in Argentina, I hope they go out and have a decent drink tonight. They certainly deserve it.
Brian, are you happy or are you frustrated?
No, look, whatever criticisms we make, let's get this clear. Given the demographic of that squad, to go away 2-0 Argentina is a tremendous achievement. What we're now looking at is a council of perfection where we want them, to get everything right. And it's right to do that because they want to be the best in the world. But let's not forget what they've done, with the squad that they've had.
When Pablo Matera scores that try, are you thinking, here we go again, it's another try fest in the second half?
We didn't know what to expect. There's been so many tries, so many points scored. It was, you have a go, we'll have a go. Your try, our try. But here you expect a bit more from a playmaker of Francis' ability. It comes from the Super 18. His execution as a fly half is normally good for the Blues, but he's just getting used to his side. And the execution here, for me, was poor. It's just a simple nudge through the gap. Or you take the ball into contact, recycle, and go away through another phase, set and put the exit strategy into implementation there. But they didn't. It was poor, and they took the try.
Because you were saying, Hugo, at the time, is just keep it simple, Piers, keep it simple.
Yeah, it was the start of the second half, and just a little bit of game control, really. Probably just get rid of that ball. A speculative kick on the 50-metre line just brought the pressure back onto England, and fair play to Pablo Matera, a really good finish.
But the experienced players as well, though, Brian, like Danny Kerr, really stepped up in this series.
They did, and time and again you see what they achieved. Brown taking the ball in the first half, and in the second half, the drop goal from Ford was, symptomatic for me of the way he's played and the control he's exercised throughout two tests.
Do you think as well, then, one of the reasons why Argentina play this fast, loose game is because they play together for the Jaguars?
Well, yes, the Jaguars. The problem they've got is in Super Rugby, when you try flicks and whatever, there are no consequences because you don't get relegated. So, on the one hand, you're encouraged to play this way, and yes, indeed, you can expand the manner in which you play, which they have done, but they are prone to do this in areas where it does cost them in test matches, because in Super Rugby, nothing happens. You don't go down. So everyone shrugs their shoulders and says, we'll move on till next week, and it will get better. When you get to test match rugby, can't afford to do that.
Which is what we saw with the Danny Kerr try.
Yeah, I think we went through a spell of play that was neither here nor there or anywhere. Someone take a grip of this game, someone have an impact, and it didn't quite happen, did it, Hugo?
Yeah, my biggest frustration was Argentina just got the ball back. OK, cool, do something with it. No, I'm just going to chuck it round the back and give it right back to England. Fair play, George Ford, Mike Brown, then to Danny Kerr. It's the three leaders in that back line that just come alive. This England team, thrive on attacking ball, and their ability to be able to transition from defence into attack so swiftly and so well. We speak a lot about New Zealand and how dangerous they are for counter-attack. I mean, they've gone from defending their try line into scoring a try all within about 15 seconds. Really, really smart, intelligent rugby.
It was a beautiful piece of almost sensory play by Ford here. His peripheral vision senses, and his body senses brain coming from depth, slips that ball out, and then Kerr has read what Brown's doing. Nice to see a Quinn's combination working, where Brown and Yard had struggled in the first half getting the combinations right. This one worked incredibly well, and it was a well-worked try in the end.
You look at the way players are on shoulders there to put that away, and let's, for example, say where the Lions have been struggling, where they've been making breaks and players haven't been there because they haven't been able to read
instinctively knowing where your mate is. Yeah. OK, well, they are playing for a trophy as well, and we saw Dylan Hartley lift the trophy last week. I'm reliably informed it's called the ICBC Cup. So there we are, and that's what England have been playing for, and they're about to get the trophy very shortly. Quick word about Sam Underhill. On his debut today, Jerry, top tackler, according to the stats today.
That's part of his role. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. He had one moment in the second half where he actually tackled, got up and helped in a turnover. But apart from that, again, Underhill was underwhelming. He's only a 19-year-old boy, or 20, so he's got a lot to learn.
And for these young lads as well, though, Hugo, a lot of them are embarking on their England Test careers, and you can see the big smiles on their faces as well. This is silverware for them. This is a huge moment in their rugby lives.
Of course, for these guys, I mean, me as an ex-player who's wasn't any very good anyway. Let's face it.
Hey, come on. You can't go for the sympathy vote that early on in the evening.
Of course, no. I mean, for these guys...
Great analysis, by the way.
Thank you very much.
You are very accurate.
That was a
You loaded the
pump
gun
up my
in,
tyres.
you loaded it, man.
Anyway, but for these young guys who've been watching England the last 20 games, they're desperate to get involved. And for the last couple of weeks to have that experience playing at Twickenham and the Barbarians, to come away, to embed themselves in with Eddie Jones and Paul Guster, to come away and taste some of that success is absolutely brilliant. They thoroughly deserved it, because some of these guys may not get another opportunity for a little while.
Touring Argentina is a hard task.
Especially after a long season. Andy
Yes,
Robertson
absolutely.
made that
It's
point.
very physical. They're very passionate crowds. It can be quite intimidating, especially if you're young and you're inexperienced. And these players have gone in there and they've put the work in and they've got the rewards. So great credit to them.
These two are just jealous because they don't look as impeccable as you.
Of course.
Marvellous.
me.
Would you expect
It's marvellous.
Where are we
Look at that
going
top
with
button
this?
done up as well. He's very much on point. And then Emiliano Boffelli
we're not as
scores
rich as him.
on his debut. Is Marlon Yard, let's get back to the rugby, is Marlon Yard to blame for this try?
This is going to... Well, we've got 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So, yeah, in my book, he is. He should have stepped in and smothered the ball and the tackler. He's got Dylan Hartley inside him, who's absolutely shattered. He's not going to ever get there and take a three-quarter out. He does neither one thing or the other. If he makes a decision, at least he can blame someone if he needs to, or he could have smothered that ball. He does nothing. He stays in no man's land.
This is where we disagree, because they're absolutely numbered up here, 4-on-4. One of the biggest aspects of defence is trust, and he's trusting the guy inside him to be able to do his job, which is to tackle. He steps in and the ball goes across. Jerry, you'd be sat here rinsing him. What's he doing stepping out of the line?
He steps in and smothers the ball.
But Hartley does what he can.
Which is not get there. You know he's not going to get there.
Look, really, you want your slowest defenders closest to the ruck. You wanted Ford to be the man who was trying to take...
Ford has just made a tackle. He's not going to get across.
The difficulty was they just got in the wrong order.
Marlon
and he could never do that.
You're absolutely right, but also when you've got a game like this, the ball's in play for a huge amount of time, a huge amount of turnovers, there is going to be fatigue in people's legs, and therefore mistakes do happen. We've seen lots of mistakes, but it's also created some wonderful moments as well.
Let's not forget England have won a Test match here, boys. Don't be down on, on the defence.
We will never get away from the fact that this is a wonderful result. 2-0. I would have thought before they went, I was saying if they win 1, that's a tremendous achievement. To win 2 in the manner that they have is right up there.
Exceptional.
And talking about young players who remember this tour as well, Will Collier as well steps off the bench to score his try as well, and has been earmarked by Eddie Jones having a long, glorious future.
I've got two backs here who will not appreciate what Collier is able to do firsthand.
I was worried about your heart, mate, when this was happening here. You were getting very excited.
But the amount of energy, the technical skill that's required to make this go forward properly, keep it properly shielded against a big Argentinian pack is huge. It's tremendously energy draining, but it's actually technically very proficient. And then later on, they had 3 or 4 scrums where they were rock solid against an Argentinian pack, which are big, they are strong, they are used to scrimmage, and they use this scrimmage very well, and they didn't give an inch. And Collier is responsible for that, because from tight head, you take most of the weight, probably a third more than you do at loose head, and that's where this thing is anchored. And he gets his body height right, he gets his body angle right, and for a young man, I think that's, it's tremendous progress.
I've played a lot of games with Will Collier, been part of his development, and he's one of the poshest rugby players in world rugby. And a game which lacked a lot of control, that was absolutely spot on, a very well drilled time.
You've been part of his development in which way?
Well,
his binding, his body angle.
And
watched it.
Jerry, compared to last week, a quiet night for George Ford, really.
Well, George Ford is quiet because he didn't score the try, but he was integral in most of everything that England did in attack. His skill set allows him to do pretty much everything, but what we're seeing from George here is game management. And he knows this penalty goes over, takes them away from the try and conversion. It puts massive pressure.
And he's looked up at the clock as well, and a bit of game management, as you say.
It puts massive pressure on the Pumas to try and get back in this game. Here we've got, I was looking at the screen thinking England are celebrating. They are a little bit.
Yeah, they are.
But that was brilliant play by George, which is really signed off what he's done in the 2 Test matches. He has bossed for large portions and large periods of those 2 matches completely the game. It's been wonderful to see.
Talk about his composure. He's fantastic last week, but that drop goal, 74 minutes. Conversely, when Argentina probably shouldn't have taken it, a lot of guys weren't keeping... I mean, a lot of guys were losing their heads. Lavanini, his tackle, his assault on Nathan Hughes. I hope that gets looked at, because that's a disgrace. It truly is, honestly. I mean, the game was a beautiful game, but that was a horror moment for me. I don't know whether it will get looked at, because Nathan Hughes ended up playing the rest of the game, but that's a planting leg, and he's just attacked his right knee. That could have been pretty brutal, not the way you'd want to end it all.
That could be a career ender, couldn't it?
It's not nice.
It wrong.
I don't like that at all.
And how do we think some of the decisions from the referee went this evening? But there were a couple of
high tackles
as well tonight.
I thought the officiating was absolutely fine. You rarely is officiating responsible for a team's fortunes. Teams make far more mistakes than referees. I thought the refereeing and the touch judging and the TMR thing was fine tonight.
Were you happy with the standard of refereeing this evening?
I was, but I didn't think Brian was when we were watching it, because he mentioned about the yellow.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
The yellow card.
I thought that should have been a yellow.
Was wrong. That was a definite yellow card for me.
You changed your mind. It wasn't great.
That was a definite yellow card.
OK.
That was a mistake. But we all make mistakes. The referees make mistakes.
Okay.
You have mellowed. Nice.
And which players, just looking at... Because we've worked out 61 players are now putting their hands up now for selection. So when Eddie Jones names his squad for the Autumn Internationals, 61 players. I mean, that's just incredible strength in depth.
It's a great bank of players to have. I thought Yules at second row did well. I thought Wilson played well last week. Where the big plus... Well, where there was to be advantages for players was in inside centre and 6 and 7. Those are the positions where England don't have the massive strength. Neither positions have been... No one's really put their hand up and said, we can take the place of Rob Shaw and Haskell and Farrell. Well, Tio's playing so well now, he's probably got that locked in for a season or two. But no one's really pushing too hard. But we've got to remember these kids are young and inexperienced.
Hugo, which players have put their hands up today, then, to challenge the older guard, shall we say?
We just mentioned Will Collier. I mean, it's funny for me to be talking about a tight head, but I thought he was outstanding. But thoroughly, I mean, you look right throughout the squad, they'll all be very happy. OK,
let's hear from the England coach then. He's with the host broadcasters.
A young squad, but wishing the 2-0 series, and you win it. Why?
Well, I think in each game we just found a way to score points. Today wasn't a great performance by us, but we were able to maximise any errors that Argentina made and turn them into points.
Today, you feel the team more comfortable than last week?
Well, again, a couple of new guys today making their test debut, and they'll be better for that. They were playing against some very experienced players, so some of the players struggled a little bit, but they'll be okay in the future.
Fordy has 2 great matches.
Yes, no, Mike played, George played very well, very well.
You are happy and you are still having more victories?
Well, it's always good to win, and it's always good to win against a tough opponent like Argentina. I think it's been a great test series, some really good rugby, and I think Argentina should be congratulated on the sort of rugby they've played.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thank you. Cheers.